Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of the Not So Big Ben Show. I am your host, Not So Big Ben. Government name, Benjamin Sladek. In the governor's world of Richmond, Virginia, where a raccoon got drunk in one of our ABC stores. Yes, that actually happened. And I'm on the verge almost here, too. Trying to get another sponsorship from Coors Banquet. Cheers. Sorry I'm not a drunken raccoon in an ABC bathroom, but I think I'm pretty cool too. But here with my co-host.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Pro Man at Pro on Instagram, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's another day to be alive. Another day to be on this podcast, man. I feel good. Maybe it's a little bit of this talking to me, but I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I just feel good about sports in general, man.
Man, and boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of sports to talk about. We got people bouncing from place to place. Lane Kiffin turning into a hoe, or he's always been a hoe. He can never be your housewife. Going to LSU, saying he's got a better chance to win a national championship, even though the team he coached is in the college football playoff. I don't get it. What do you think?
And I'm just going to say this right now. I don't know how the fuck you expected to coach after leaving. Like, people would want you to coach there. And to be honest, I get the move because Ole Miss is not an LSU.
It's not.
Just program-wise and recruiting-wise, it's just not. But at the same time, I think... I don't know. I mean, we can't tell until the next season starts where he's coaching. I don't know if it will be that much better than where he was at. I don't know if it will specifically give him what he's looking for. Just because LSU is a good team this year and they're not really performing as well. And you can say it's the coaching and whatnot, but my biggest thing was thinking that you can coach after leaving in the middle of the season, your playoff games with your team.
To an arch rival, too.
I wouldn't think that was a thing that the organization would ever think that you could do or would allow you to do, especially because as soon as you got the offer, he was like, yeah, I'm out.
Right.
And he didn't really hesitate. He didn't really, you know what I'm saying? And even his, like, kind of goodbye little thing to Ole Miss, it just didn't really seem like...
Oh, he was out of there weeks ago. I mean,
yeah,
the fact when he really wasn't saying, like, and when he tried to press that reporter, like, you want to call me a hoe, come inside and see how it goes. And then that guy ended up being right. And then, man, I mean, I don't know. As a guy who likes Tennessee Volunteers football, I knew the guy was always a dirtbag, and people are like, oh, you just don't like fun. And then he leaves Ole Miss for LSU, and everyone's like, oh, what a dirtbag. I'm like, I try to fucking tell you. I mean, maybe he wants to go to LSU to watch Whit Weeks rail his daughter real close. I mean, I don't know. Well, too far, guys? I don't know. Sorry.
I will say, the thing is, what I would like to see is, first of all, you're expected to do what you did at Ole Miss at LSU. And if you don't, people are really going to fucking talk about
I think he's got 2 or 3 years.
People honestly are really going to fucking lay it into you. So my thing is, take all of this, everything that you're getting, use it as fuel for your next season. Because you're really going to have to perform it. And I will say, I don't know if his team next year will be as good as his old team at Ole Miss. I don't know. I mean,
I don't think players are going to follow him there because then it's like, what if like an Alabama job opens up and he wants to go take that job? That's my thing. And he's your Bonnie Blue of college football, who, by the way, is facing 15 years in jail. But that's another conversation.
She deserves that for her work.
She does. For her, oh, do you want to call that work? But anyway, I mean,
I don't know.
And man, those DMs, I mean, I can't wait till the LSU chicks try to release the DMs of Lane Kiffin once he gets there. I mean, he's already there, but man, I mean, like, I want to say I thank you for the memes, but would your dad be proud of you? Oh, is that too much to ask? I mean, because I know, well.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
I mean, like his dad's dead. That's why I asked that.
Well, I mean, and rest in peace to your father. No,
Great defensive coordinator.
Yeah, it was
I love
awesome.
Monte. I love Monte.
But like I said, I really, time for me, time will tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very much like a time will tell person. Like,
Right.
you gotta give these things time, and you gotta really see all the factors and everything played in between it. But I mean, he made the move, and he's getting paid, and we'll see how he takes that LSU team.
You know where he went wrong? He was like he had like 1 foot in, 1 foot out for like a month.
Yeah.
He should have just been like,
And,
I
the
need
media knew it.
Yeah, it's like, I need to take a week. I'll know by Saturday. Hey, I'm leaving. No nonsense, whatever. That's where he went wrong. Can he win? Is he more likely to win at LSU than he is at Ole Miss? I think you're spot on. I think only time will tell.
That's
Really?
the thing, because it's like LSU, like, besides this season, like Ole Miss was like a 9-3, 10-2 type of program, like, and just missing the playoffs. That's not going to fly at LSU. That's what got Brian Kelly fired. I mean, Brian Kelly was essentially doing the same thing over at LSU, and it didn't work. I mean, like, he was just the Notre Dame coach, and we'll talk about Notre Dame later because I'm about done with them. But man, I mean, there are a lot of coaches that got hired, and actually, we just got breaking news as we're shooting this show right now. Sherone Moore has been fired at the University of Michigan for inappropriate relationship with a student. It is for cause, and now he's being detained by the police for matters that we don't know. And I have to say, it's probably the best thing for Michigan because after watching them against Ohio State, I just thought, this is the biggest, softest bunch of pussies I've ever seen in my life. You lose 27-9. Your first thought is, let's go defend our midfield logo, even though we tried to plant a flag last year, but we can't take it when shit happens to us, and we're still trying to start fights after we're getting our ass kicked. That's just, it's fake tough stuff. And then, like, you're defending your midfield logo while watching the Ohio State players celebrate in the stands at your own house. So it's like, it's like having like Sean O'Malley watch his wife get railed or whatever.
Just walk in your trap, take over your trap. That's what they say. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. And I will say this about Michigan. Their quarterback had a lot of hype, and he's ass. I'm just gonna say it. Like, Bryce is not that good.
$12 million of ass.
He's not that. And you spent all that money on a guy where I think Drew Aller is better than him, and that is a take that I failed miserably on.
I won't debate you on that.
But I just, looking at Bryce Underwood's game, his decision making is horrible. Like, first of all, like Jalen Hurts, he's kind of a check down like a merchant. Like, he looks for the check down more than he looks for his open receivers that are down the field, which he has the talent in his receivers to give him that. But I don't know if it's game plan, like you said. I don't know if it's coaching or what it is. But this season they have looked like Michigan State. That's what they've looked like. They haven't looked like Michigan. They've looked like Michigan fucking State. And it just,
at least when they play good teams, they do.
Yeah, and it can't fly like that in Michigan. Michigan's too much of a powerhouse. There's too much expectation in Michigan for that program for them to be as ass as they are.
I will say Jim Harbaugh, when he left to go to the NFL to go coach the Chargers, it was kind of like a pilot, like was a bad pilot and just had the one parachute and just jumped out of that plane and said, "See ya, suckers! Like, you guys are all gonna die." Because I mean, in nothing against Jim Harbaugh, even though he might have been a cheater, is a great coach, great culture builder.
Yes.
Clearly, Sherone Moore, and you could, like, they were always saying that Ryan Day was born on first base, even though he took over a team that didn't make third base, took over a team that didn't make the college football playoff. Sherone Moore took over a national champion and went 7-5 next year, and now he's. And the thing about him is, like, he's not one of those, like, Power 5 coaches where it's like he'd get a Power 5 job. Like, no one's looking to hire that, especially if he's being detained by police right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The news that just came out,
which we don't know, there might be more details coming out.
Of course, you know what I'm saying. When things come out like that, the media can always twist and do whatever. So you just never know. But that situation, it definitely does make him less appealing to anybody. It would make as an organization would make me less appeal to him, even if I needed a solid guy. It's just stuff like that you never ever want to have in your school, like let alone on your football program or anything like that. Like that's representing the school as a whole, because at the end of the day he works for them, so. It's really serious, and I'm interested to see what new details come out, because I think it's definitely a big situation if he's getting detained over that.
No doubt. And I mean, they have an interim coach right now. I'm assuming they're going to hire from outside, though. But we got plenty of college coaches that are getting hired at other places. And, I think there's got to be a point where we're going to have to kind of like what basketball does, where they wait until after the season to hire instead of like in season, so you don't have like guys like Lane Kiffin going elsewhere. But right here, of these other jobs that have been filled right now, Eric Morris from North Texas, who's done a phenomenal job making Mestamaker, who didn't even start a varsity game in his high school career, was like, I'd never heard of the guy, and it was awesome. He's going to Oklahoma State now. Got to fill in the shoes of Mike Gundy. That's going to be fun to watch. Jim Mora going to Colorado State, leaving UConn kind of confused me, but I guess, he's not like Notre Dame, and he actually wants to go join a team that's in a conference.
In
maybe.
A conference, yeah.
Marshall Falk, former player, great form, like all-time great. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. Somebody here, correct me if I'm wrong. He's going to Southern. Sure. That'll be interesting to watch. Maybe he'll be like Deion Sanders and maybe a better program builder, because I don't know about Deion Sanders as a coach right now. Tavita Pritchard, Washington Commanders quarterbacks coach, who will watch Jaden Daniels in his rookie season, former Stanford quarterback himself, now with Andrew
He's working
Luck.
with Andrew Luck.
They were, I believe, former teammates.
Yeah, and that'll be interesting to
For
see.
sure.
Because it's just the talent within those two, let alone, is great. And Andrew Luck is he's not gotten Stanford where they should be, but he's definitely helped them and have kind of progressed them.
Fun as hell to watch when he was. They were like, they would have been in like today's college football would have been in the playoffs, no doubt. Like he was the third or fourth seed in his senior season, but again, Andrew Luck, man, another career that was unfortunately cut short.
Way too short. But
you got Jamarcus Shepard going over to Oregon State, who's done real well with Alabama in their offense. John Sumrall to Florida. The Florida Gators fans were not happy about that for whatever reason. I mean, maybe it's because it's another middle-of-the-pack coach they hired.
From Tulane. You think it's because he's from Tulane?
Maybe, and I mean...
Well, they thought they were getting Kiffin, which no one actually thought that he would sign there, but I think it was a little bit of a letdown.
Right.
Type of feel.
Like Kiffin would leave y'all if he found another job, so... Like, you might find somebody who's
especially
loyal.
at Florida. Oh, yeah, especially.
This ain't the Tim Tebow Florida Gators, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, and apparently he didn't like the athletic director. And hell, if I met Lane Kiffin too, I probably wouldn't like him either. And I don't like him right now, but I haven't met the guy yet, so I'm trying to hold a little judgment. But some DMs make me think otherwise. But Bob Chesney from James Madison, probably about 2 hours down the road. We'll see if they can get a playoff win against Oregon. I think they're going to put – I'm just kidding. There's no way they're going to beat Oregon. My sister's a JMU grad. I hope so. I mean, I know he's an Oregon fan right here. So I'm watching.
I ain't going to never count out somebody that made it to the playoffs. They made it for a reason, right?
Yep.
Probably wasn't the team to put there, but that's a whole nother thing. I will say, though, we cannot go into that game underestimating JMU. That's one thing that we cannot go into doing. Just because we're Oregon and we have all these guys, that doesn't mean shit on that day. It just matters how you play on that specific day. So, for me, I don't see JMU beating us, but if we beat ourselves in the way that I said, underestimating them, I could see it being close. And then potentially us having that as a game that shouldn't be a game.
It would sound like an Oregon way to lose. I mean, like that.
We have before.
I hate saying that. I really do.
And like I said, we'll get here, right?
But you'll lose to like Ohio State.
That's the thing, though. We'll lose to like a team that we should lose to most of the time, like in like an Ohio State or in a team like that. But really, I think just the overall bracket this year, playoff setup this year is very interesting because there's a lot of teams in there that you could say should have been there, might have not should have been there, that was the whole thing.
Right.
But yeah, I think going back to that game specifically, I think Oregon's got that in the bag,
no doubt. And and Bob Chesney will be at UCLA regardless. I mean, that'd be kind of crazy if they won the national championship and he just was like, yeah, I'm going to go to UCLA.
I'm not say what do you say at that point? Like, if you win, like, then it's like,
I mean, imagine if JMU and Indiana end up playing each other. That'd be kind of crazy.
It's not every JMU player could just go to UCLA. Like, nobody's going to just follow him. Like, you're halfway across the country. Like, and most of JMU's players are around Virginia, or at least from around Virginia or in Virginia. So, it'll be interesting. He's got Nico at UCLA. So
I don't know if that's great or not. But
you see what that is.
And, we got Billy Napier succeeding him over at JMU, which I think is great. I mean, you could say, like, his Florida tenure wasn't great, but it was great in the Sun Belt. And, I'm intrigued to see what he'll do. And, I mean, if he's a stepping stone, if he's looking at this as like a stepping stone or not. But other guys, Mark Stoops has been fired at Kentucky, great tenure. Exceeded expectations, but it was definitely time for him to go.
Yeah.
Will Stein, not Willie Cauley-Stein, the college basketball player at Kentucky. Will Stein, the offensive coordinator at Oregon, will be going to Kentucky. And I like that hire a lot because he's done really good things with Oregon's offense. Pat Fitzgerald is coming back to college football to coach Michigan State after clearing his name. Good luck to you, buddy.
Michigan State's dying programs.
Michigan State Northwestern will be a fun game whenever that happens, especially if they play at Northwestern, if Northwestern's fan base really exists or not. But yeah, and Brian Hartline from Ohio State, who recruited every receiver I've ever seen in my life, is going over to South Florida, which almost feels like a step down being at Ohio State. And I know he's not the head coach, but it'll be interesting to see if he can bring boys down to South Florida, because South Florida, they're a good program right now. And man, and I can't. Oh, it's because their head coach, he went over to Auburn. Golesh did, and then you got the Memphis coach went to Arkansas. A lot of those American League coaches are going to SEC, and I don't know if they know what they're in for. Silverfield over at Arkansas.
Well, I tell you, man, it's definitely a different it's definitely a different vibe, man. SEC is one of the best, what am I trying to think?
Conferences?
Yeah, one of the best conferences. So, going from a team like that to like say an Auburn team or anything like that, it's definitely going to be different. But I think going back to Alex Golesh, that's how you say it. I think it's smart because if you saw what he did while he was in Florida, he turned that program around.
No doubt.
He really did. And
went into Florida and got a win, too. Went into Gainesville.
Yeah, and if he can bring some recruits from that team and really build up Auburn, I think Auburn could be a good contender. And like I said, I know Auburn as a program, they've been waiting really bad to compete and really be a solid ranked team. So it'll be good to see.
No doubt.
What happens.
And I mean, man, you got Chris Mortenson's son is getting the full-time job at UAB. I'm so proud of that. That's such a cool story. Matt Campbell going to Penn State, James Franklin getting all Penn State's players, 4 stars coming to Virginia Tech. Let's go Hokies. Penn State choosing Matt Campbell is like a guy going to a bar, like trying to get some pussy, and then it's like 2 a.m. and it's only like the 2 out of 10 wants him, and he's like, fine, I'll settle for that. That's just what it felt like to me. I'm sorry. I don't know about y'all.
Poe, I feel like you're itching to say something.
So all right, when they started their search and they struck out on the guy from BYU, if you told me that their next guy was Matt Campbell, I'd be like, that's a decent hire. He was there for 10 years.
That's fair.
He built up the program from nothing. Numerous players in the NFL. It's just, again, it's the whole way that they went about it. And it's like, oh, so he's your 7th option, it just puts like a negative light around it. I actually don't think that it's a bad hire, but
It's not, but it's just like, I'm not trying to say it's a bad hire, but it's like, like for Penn State, like you thought you'd get a bigger name. I don't know. And I mean, Iowa State never got big recruits, and he did a lot with less. So we'll see if he gets big recruits coming to Penn State or not.
They loved him at Iowa State.
He
He was looked at as an NFL coach too at one point.
Yeah.
Which I didn't
him
understand.
at Iowa State. And he loved Iowa State too. I mean, you could see like he really, it was hard for him to leave.
It's funny when you see coaches leave, right? Because it's like he took out a whole page in their newspaper and gave this whole like, you guys have helped my family so much this past 10 years, and then you see all these great stories coming out about him, and then you see a guy like Brian Kelly, get the can, and you see all the negative stories, or Lane Kiffin on how he did it. Yep. I think when a coach leaves, how the place treats him says a lot about the person that the coach is.
Well, and they immediately hired the Washington State coach. I forget the guy's name. Jimmy Rogers. And I think like Matt Campbell kind of tried to make sure that they had like the right guy, because it was right as he took the Penn State job. So I was like, holy shit, so I think that speaks volumes to him. Like he wasn't trying to like leave them like in like a bad position. Whereas like Kiffin was like, I mean, like the players are making fun of him right now kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You build a program for 10 years and you do it the right way. Like you don't owe the university anymore, especially the way that he went out. So
no doubt. And my favorite hire personally, because my grandfather was my late grandfather, rest in peace. So hope you're looking down proud of me watching this show from heaven. Former Kansas State player, got a Letterman too. Colin Klein, the former Heisman Trophy. I remember watching him play at Kansas State with my grandfather growing up. Or not Heisman winner. He was like second or third.
I think he was second.
This is the year Johnny Manziel won the Heisman.
Yeah.
And like he was going up against him and Manti Te'o. Crazy year. The more I think of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Johnny Manziel had way too much sauce for anybody to beat him that year, man.
There's no chance. There was
no chance. It could have been Michael Vick playing at that year. That year alone. If you had.
Don't do this because I'm a Michael Vick guy.
I'll get
in that year
for sure.
That year,
bro, he went into Bama and beat him in their house.
Specifically,
if I'm not,
he had.
They couldn't make half the throws that Michael Vick could make, though. I'm sorry.
Like, boy, he's lucky NIL wasn't like, and I'm pretty sure they had.
If NIL was a thing back when Johnny Manziel was in college, like I don't want to be a dick. He would have like overdosed on cocaine.
Certainly. I mean, Bryce Underwood got 12 mil or whatever we said earlier. Yeah, I don't know about.
He would have gotten it.
Johnny Manziel wouldn't even have gone to the NFL because he would have been like, "Oh, y'all aren't paying me enough, bro."
He would have gotten the same bag.
So my senior year in school, I was watching the draft. The Bucks had I don't know, like maybe the 12th pick or something, and Johnny Manziel and Mike Evans were still on the board. And I wanted Johnny so bad, boys. I wanted him so bad.
I think you made the right choice.
And I think they made the right call on that. That's all I'll say about that.
Now you got another Browns QB, but I mean I think that was the better option.
Well, he seems to be playing hurt, but that's another conversation. Man, that college football playoff. Whether the right teams got in or not, I'm sorry, like 12 teams seems like enough to me. I don't think we need 16. I mean, it would have been cool to see Diego Pavia and his mom and Theo Vaughn in there. Notre Dame, I don't feel bad for you. Join a fucking conference. Stop playing 5 and 7, 3 and 9 teams and acting shocked when the two teams you played and you lost to get in and you don't. Miami beat you head to head. Yeah. They deserve to be in over you. I don't think Miami's that great. They're better than you. They beat you.
Yeah. And I will say, like you said, it comes to really records. Like, you played, like, Syracuse and, like, you played, like, bottom of the league or bottom of the conference teams. And then, like you said, you play those teams and you lost. So I don't get – and here's the thing where I'll say – that really kind of frustrated me. You don't want to play a bowl game now?
Yeah.
That's so fucking
ultra
stupid.
Sharp and soft.
That is so dumb. Like, you have to think there's seniors on this team. They didn't know that it was their last game. There's players on that team that might be transferring. They didn't know that it was their last game. Parents that have kids in that program, they didn't know that was their last game. Jeremiah Love is considered in one of the best. He's in the finals.
The best running back in college football. Not even
like
close.
You gotta let him play games to show himself. Like, it's just, to me, it's like, did you think about your players? Did you think anything about?
Well, you wonder if the players made that choice too, though. Which I would hate if they did.
I just wouldn't understand it. It doesn't matter to me. A bowl game is a bowl game. If you make it to a bowl game, I'm going to play, especially as a senior. I want to play. I don't give a fuck if we're playing fucking Jack State. I don't care. Like, it's a bowl game, and I really felt like he took that away. And maybe, like you said, some players
you get to play a kids game in college where people back then weren't getting paid, and you're getting paid now. So
and then you send a message, right? Like, all right, we didn't get picked for the tournament, so we come out and win our bowl game by 40 points. Hey, maybe next year you won't make the same mistake. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not like he's not going to be there next year. They're going to keep him in Notre Dame. So it's like, I don't see it, man. I don't see why that was.
Nick Saban kind of predicted that the NIL would ruin the bowl era and everything. And I mean, he's been right, and I think eventually he's going to be the college football commissioner, and which would be great. But that being said, I'll offer my prediction right here. I think we're going to get a Big Ten championship rematch of Indiana Ohio State, which was a great game. Everybody hated it because it was only 13-10.
Yeah. But
man, great defensive battle. I got Ohio State winning the national championship again, though.
I will say, here's the thing: when Ohio loses one time, they make adjustments the next game.
Yep.
So if they lose, they lost to Oregon last year, right? It was a really close game, just like Indy. They saw us in the playoffs, absolutely fucking dog wiped us. It's like they knew everything, what to do. They had a certain game plan. I don't know what it is about when they play a team. If they lose to a team, they have a historical record. If they lose to a team once during the season, if they see them in the playoffs, they beat them almost every single time. And so, going off that, I think Indy is, from what I've seen, they're the hardest test that Ohio State will have out of any of the other teams in the bracket. And it was a fun game, I thought, and it will be really interesting to see. I would love to see those two battle it out again, and eventually, see who ends up winning the championship.
No doubt. And now, I mean, you got these big boys who might transition to the NFL at this point, because it seems like they're more focused on the money. But, yeah, a lot of good NFL football out there, too, right now. Pittsburgh Steelers are on top of the AFC North. Sorry. Suck it, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely, catch that pass next time.
Man, and I gave him a little bit on the tight end list, bro. And it's like, man, you do me like that, bro. Why?
Was it a catch? Yeah, it was. But you had 3 or 4 chances to score right after, and you were on the 11-yard line at 2nd and 10. Don't complain. Hey, what was that car commercial? Fuck you, Baltimore!
Which I will say, I feel bad for Lamar. Lamar has a right guard or left guard, number 77. I don't know his name.
Trash.
He is absolutely shit. If you watch film on any of his games, he can't block a fucking ant. That's what it feels like. He can't. I think Shannon Sharp said he can't block air.
He can't. No, he said he can't block the sun out of his eyes.
He can't block the sun out. Dead ass. That's what it looks like. It looks like if you put somebody who never played line in their entire life to go block a NFL caliber, lineman. And if you look at his play, if you look at his awareness, he has zero awareness. His awareness is so bad. As an offensive lineman, which I would say, it is not easy to be an offensive lineman. It is not. No. So that is one thing people have to take into account. You're going up against 6'5", 6'4" beasts, bro, that are literally running downhill at you, and all you have to do is stop them. Now, Granted, he's a big ass dude, right?
Yeah.
But he's been one of the major reasons why Lamar has no time in the fucking pocket. And it shows because Lamar doesn't feel comfortable. And when Lamar doesn't feel comfortable, turnovers. If Lamar doesn't feel like he can get the ball out within a certain time that the person is running the route, or if he feels like he has to do extra, that's one thing I will say that he has to work on just a little bit is decision making under pressure. Like, if you have to run sometimes, bro, use your fucking legs. Like, I think he should use his legs more, me personally.
Well, and I think he's not because it seems like he's not 100% right now, and he's playing hurt. But it's affected his play because he hasn't been playing that good this year, if I'm being honest. And I'll take it because like it's gonna help my boys win the division. But
For y'all, yeah.
I mean, it's like the ugliest win. I mean, because we're not the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're not a very good team right now. I mean, Rodgers and Metcalf played their best game by far this past game against Baltimore. But
Y'all been waiting to see that duo kind of.
no doubt,
Like,
and they're finally throwing the ball a little bit more downfield. And yeah, I mean, it's more of an opportunistic defense instead of a good defense. Like they never actually get stops. They just kind of hope turnovers happen or whatever. And the crowd a few weeks ago was chanting fire Tomlin, and I didn't hate it actually.
I will say too, I feel like your wide receivers have been underperforming just a little bit this year.
Well, we don't have we had to fucking pick up Adam Thielen
Because Aaron Rodgers, he's so used to having that guy, right? Like when he was at Green Bay, Jordy Nelson, that was his like go-to guy. Like it's almost like a Cole Beasley type of guy where it's like, you know what I'm saying? You have that as that reliable short yardage guy where he can get you those yards. I mean, too.
Jordy Nelson was a deep threat, brother.
Bro,
I don't know.
he could do both. Jordy Nelson was a fire wide receiver, especially at that time where he had. And the reason I feel like Jordy Nelson did that is because he had Aaron Rodgers in a quarterback to put him there. So, and like I said,
and then Devontae too.
Devontae, you can't forget Devontae. And so I feel like he's used to having a reliable receiver like that he can really depend on. And I don't know if he sees DK like that just yet. I don't know if they're on the same page. Because I seen an interview and I forget when this was, but they asked him about.
It feels like everywhere Rodgers goes, he's never on the same page as
the
receiver.
And it's like he wasn't at all for me with when he was on the Jets. I mean, obviously you can tell. But I think he said in an interview, like, he even said that they have to come together more and he has to make the throw because, specifically one time, I think he said sometimes he would expect a guy to run like a post out or something and they cut back in or something like that.
Yeah. Just
didn't really seem like on the same page, like you said. But, I mean, you're leading your, you know what I'm saying, your conference right now and, or your, the AFC North. So
division where we got guys like Shadur Sanders wearing thongs on the field. I mean, come on, we saw that, right? What do we think? That was a thong, brother. I mean, come on.
That was a little questionable, I will say. That's a little questionable.
But
I wouldn't wear it out there. How about that?
No, I wouldn't wear it anywhere. I wouldn't wear a thong, period. But hey, I mean, he's looked okay, but his team sucks, and Stefanski will probably be a goner.
Fire the fucker, please.
I feel like he's trying to get fired. I mean, you don't on that 2-point conversion, you take Shador and
then look at his post conference response was like,
dude, it was terrible.
The most terrible thing. Like, yeah, like what he said something like, yeah, we didn't go for it on 2, or we didn't make it on 2 before. So like, he said something dumb. I forget. Y'all have to go back and watch.
I think if
I didn't even see that.
Got him in here and had a couple beers with him, he'd be like, "No, I'm trying to get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore."
If Kevin Stefanski wanted to come on this show, I am all for it.
Oh, all for it, brother. You know what I'm saying? But we would really ask you those questions, bro, because.
And you could tell us how much you hate Shadur. I would love it, personally. Because I don't like Shadur.
And I really think he has a problem with Shadur, like, at this point. Like, how do you not put him in after the game he's had to not put him in on that down and run a wildcat?
Yeah.
The fuck?
That's
Why the
bad.
fuck would you run a
Bad.
wildcat?
kinda crazy
That
how-
was dumb as hell.
Can we not talk about how his best game was a loss against the 1-win Titans team? And Cam Ward was dropping some dimes out there. His receivers are just
Cam Ward's whole team is fucking ass. First of all,
trash.
so Cam Ward is like in a whole. I feel bad for Cam Ward. It's like I feel like he knew when he went to the Titans. He was like, man, fuck, because like I think they're in a worse position than the Browns, low key. I think the Titans are just fucking like
Fired a great coach who's just doing real good in New England right now.
doing real good in New England. So that looked like that was a problem, and now that they have a quarterback, it's not really a. I wouldn't say it's a quarterback issue, and because that was the main thing with the Titans. I feel like was never keeping a solid quarterback, and Tannehill he did his thing when he had
He was
18.
very limited. I mean,
just very limited though. And
You think of guys like it's all about effort and guys who didn't give great effort, and we were praising him on the last show. George Pickens, man.
see, and this is what I'll say. He's such a good receiver, but when it comes to the catches you need to make. Like you have to make, like we need this.
I watched this for 3 years.
That shit gets on my nerves.
Not even
like
the catches,
you.
like the bad route running.
It's just like, bro, you see some of the catches he'll make, like especially when he was playing or when they played the Eagles. He made like some really good
Called
good
the fans sandwich making fuckers. It was the funniest thing ever.
That was funny as I don't know what.
Hey, y'all suck too, Philly.
But I will say, like, you're now repping that number one of the Cowboys. And as that number one, you need to make those Des Bryant-y type of catches where it's like, we need those catches in the clutch and we can rely on you. And he's shown so many, sparks of that and flares of that and things of that nature that where he can do that. It's just about doing it in those certain times, in those certain games
No doubt.
where we need those first downs or where we need to get down the field, because you are a reliable target. You have to be consistent in what you do, because Dak is going to put it there. I will say Dak has been playing his ass off. He playing better than Jalen Hurts. He playing better than a lot of QBs that really, I'm gonna say this as a Cowboys fan, I did not think he was gonna play better than. But
Remember when I put him in my top 5 weeks ago? I think that's aged pretty good.
it's aged. It's
not bad. It's not
really,
bad.
Really well. And like I said, for the Cowboys, it just gives us hope. You know what I'm saying? We need it. We kind of like the Giants with hope. We just need something. You know what I'm saying? Like we just need something to make us feel good. And those wins definitely over the Eagles and the Chiefs were great wins, and it showed us what we can do and the potential that we have. And I think we just need to add more keys to our defense. Maybe get another a running back in the
A new
draft.
coordinator, that's for sure.
Definitely a new coordinator. I think it's about time. But for the Cowboys specifically, as a fan, I can't say I'm mad at our position right now. I really can't. For what we've been, I think we're better than we've been for the last two years. So.
Schottenheimer, not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad.
it's
Way better than I thought it was going to be.
I agreed.
Like, genuinely, like, a fun, like, his post-game locker room speeches are some of my favorite to watch. Like, he'd be like,
Yeah, bro.
can you win the game in the first quarter? How about the second quarter? How about that fucking fourth quarter, baby? And it's like, yeah, I'd love to go play
I
for
would
that
love
guy.
to play for that guy.
And, man, I mean, he's done a real good job. And, man, I mean, yeah, and Eagles are free falling right now, so that division is coming up, or you could catch up. I mean, if you win a few, and because I don't know, man, Hurts that whole offense. And one thing I gotta say, real
Check
quick,
down Merchant.
one thing I gotta say though, Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator, has been a very bad coordinator. He did not deserve to have his house egged, though. That is a line you don't bring his family into that.
That's over the line because somebody had to leak that first of all, and like you said, at the end of the day, but he's got to know you're a Phillies coach. That is what comes with the territory when you're in Philly. Because if I'm not mistaken,
no way.
I'm not saying it should happen. I'm never saying it should happen, but it's not unexpected from a Phillies fan or from a Philly fan. It's not. I've seen Philly fans do way worse, to be honest. Especially when they won that Super Bowl. Oh my goodness, bro! They was talking a whole bunch. They was doing a whole bunch of shit. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, they're borderline retarded. Honestly.
They're just a lot. Eagles fans, they always like to talk shit, and then when they lose, and they like to, you see them like, oh, like people want to feel bad. Like, nah.
That fucking dipshit after they beat the Redskins last year climbed the pole and fell to his fucking death, and people are like, oh man, so sad. I'm like, no, he's an idiot.
Yeah, like come on, like so. In that whole particular situation, definitely shouldn't happen because that man has a family. That man, as a coach, you know what I'm saying, he wants privacy because he's in the limelight so much. And so for a thing like that to happen, it like I said, it's expected from a Philadelphia Eagles, but at the same time, it's not.
And then coaches, like Pete Carroll was put in harm's way recently by Dave Portnoy. Did y'all see that? Dave Portnoy called for Pete Carroll's murder because he lost on a bet, which, you watch this video and all you see is his big freaking nose because the guy's Jewish, and I could say that I have Jewish relatives.
Hey.
By the way, Portnoy, all I hear about is how great of a pizza reviewer he is. He's a Jew. Like you don't listen. You listen to Italians talk about pizza reviews. Like his kind knows more about the oven than the pizza, if you know what I mean. What was that too far, guys?
Oh
I'm sorry. I mean, like,
I just did not expect you to take
I mean, if I'm just like, I'm just being.
No, do not associate with me with some of the stuff he's saying, bro. Like,
I mean, come on.
That's what he said, okay? That's not so Big Ben's take, okay?
I'm just saying, like, hey, I'm like, my grandma's Jewish. I'm allowed to say that.
He is Jewish, so he can say this.
Well, I never been to a synagogue, so I'm not. I mean, got the Catholic cross on, so yeah.
It was an atomic.
Don't kill
bomb
me,
out of
Israel.
nowhere. Oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we shouldn't be called like this is why sports gambling shouldn't be a thing. But man, I mean, yeah, the Raiders stink though, besides that. But I'm just gonna say it, Josh Allen, you're a great quarterback, and I watched you beat up my Steelers a few weeks ago, and I saw you try to flop when Cam Hayward hit you. For how big you are, you play like a pussy. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're great. You're a great quarterback, though. But man, and a lot of good football, man. Yeah.
You know what I'm glad for? You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for the Chiefs not leading their conference.
Yeah, we can clap that up, I think. We can clap that
I'm
up.
so glad.
That's amazing.
I'm so
That's
glad.
amazing.
Good night.
I'm so glad. It's like, oh, there's some new.
They're not going to make the playoffs, and it's amazing.
And they haven't won that. They've won that division ever since 2015.
Yep.
So
Before Mahomes was there, too. I mean,
and that was Andy Reid effect. I'm telling you, Andy Reid effect was just.
but they want to fire him. Okay. Like,
No, that's stupid.
you can fire Matt Nagy before you fire Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Or Spagnuolo, but I wouldn't even fire Spagnuolo.
No.
It's not been a great year for him either, but that's all schematics. But yeah, the Chiefs. Yeah, so we're going to have a wide open Super Bowl. And this is Josh Allen's easiest year to win it because he's not facing Mahomes, Burrow, or Lamar.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't win it this year, or if he doesn't get there, I think he's a fraud, personally. But we will see. Time will tell, man.
Yeah, time will definitely tell.
But thank you guys for tuning in once again. We love the sport of football, everything going on in this world, man. I mean, it's just, football's a great distraction from all the evil going on.
And I will say, I don't mean to go over, Paul. I just want to say mental health, man, is super serious, man.
No doubt.
And I know for me and Ben, sports has done a lot for our mental health and it's just given us a
Distracts me
lot.
from everything.
So I just want to say, man, if you ever have something going on, sports is a great way to, alleviate some of the pressure from you and, just give you something to be interested in. And, sports will always give you something. It will always give you something. So, I just wanted to put that out there.
Yes, sir, and that's a great note to end on, man. And thank you guys for tuning in. Plenty more ball to talk about. Can't wait to touch down and a few more, whatever you want to call it. Good night, everybody.